Hey everybody, I'm Mike Coppolino. If you think facts are conspiring to make you look idiotic, you should tune in every Friday. We are three idiots. We don't know anything about the future, and neither do you. But we're going to make some guesses. And we want you to tune in. Tune in right after James Call's Wide and Wonderful World of Music from 6 to 8 o'clock, where you hear psychedelia and punk rock and garage rock and noise music and everything else in between. Vast array of musical adventures for you. Um, I guess I should tell you right now. This is the second episode of Three Idiots Talk About the Future. This episode features me, Mike Coppolino, James Call, as always, and Dave. Dave is an enigma who will not be around until September. He's going to be in Amsterdam, fueling up. So I guess wherever he'll be somewhere. He has mysterious occupations. We, however, do not. We are idiots. Me and James Call, and we'll be around till August. So right now you're going to listen to part two of Three Idiots Talk About the Future. It's a continuation of the previous episode. We talk more about robots and things that will do away with us. And the thing is, this program was interrupted by bad recording. We actually spliced off the first few minutes of the episode. So you're about to hear what's already in progress on the radio. We'll probably load this again so you can listen to the entire thing. And that's about it. We're steadily becoming more and more professional. So you should listen to us. Tune in. It's at sdsradio.org, or it's a substation of 88.3 at City College. Hope to hear from you. Hope you hear from us. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
On a list somewhere, I think. I still smoke it in the alleys. Sometimes, well, I don't buy it in the alleys anymore, but I do smoke it in the alleys. I think that's more polite.
Do you think we'll
then?
I'm sorry.
No.
I was just going to say
no. You.
Yes, I was just going to say. Do you think we'll be able to buy weed with Bitcoin at some point? Is that a
only really good weed?
I see.
Yeah,
and I'm going to say yes on that.
Okay.
Or oils or something. That's going to be actually
and when will that start?
The currency exchange is starting right now, pretty much.
How do we feel about Bitcoin?
It's probably happening right now. Yeah, right. I would guess that there are some people somewhere taking Bitcoin for weed.
Well, Bitcoin used to be like a hitman, or some knockoff Jordans from Germany, right. Or some ecstasy sent to you in a CD case. Bitcoin was very limited in terms of a marketplace. Now you can buy anything with Bitcoin, furniture, for example.
Yes. Well, mostly classic cars.
Classic cars.
Like classic cars are all exchanging in Bitcoin now.
I really feel like we're reaching a point where Bitcoin is going to become more acceptable.
And for smaller purchases.
And for smaller purchases. I'm all in favor of it.
Well, they've been trying to do an ATM for a while. That's what I've noticed. There's a Bitcoin ATM somewhere in San Francisco. We don't know where it is, but it exists.
Oh, wow.
And they're just innovating on that. I don't know what they're doing.
And we're sure San Francisco exists. We're 100% sure on that. Okay.
According to Burning Man, it exists.
Okay.
I don't know.
You can't always trust the maps. So.
I've been there.
On a horse with no name.
I don't know. Maybe San Francisco's about to go under. How would it? I mean, they're prone to earthquakes.
Some earthquakes, yes. Some earthquake activity. But Bitcoin can stabilize that too, as I understand. It's really a catch-all.
Really?
I think. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but yeah. Does anyone know exactly what it is?
Bitcoin?
Right.
Right?
Right.
I do not know what it is.
I'm not 100% sure.
I don't.
I know there's a guy mining Bitcoin, and he moved to a place where the electricity costs are as low as he could find them, in order to set up as many machines as he could to keep
Where was that? Iceland or Denmark or Greenland?
No, I think it's like Nevada.
Okay, well, I read an article, maybe a different guy.
Yeah, right.
Had a whole warehouse, and they had it someplace really cold, because I
Okay.
guess the machines run hot.
Oh, right.
So they were going to use just the natural freezing of the area
That makes sense.
to keep the things cool.
Hmm.
So I don't
See,
know.
See, I don't know anything
I'm
about
out of the loop on this.
I'm very primitive on Bitcoin. The only thing
Right.
I know is cash and credit. That's it.
Like I just got my MySpace.
I
working.
think
You know what I mean?
I think credit is Bitcoin because you get it free and then you don't pay it back. That's what I think it is. I don't understand credit.
Well,
It's
you know,
tough. It's
I
all
just-
right. You know what I like about Bitcoin? I love the word crypto.
It's an awesome word.
is.
I love the way my mouth forms when I
It
say the
sounds cool when you say it. It sounds cool when I say
word. Right?
it. You know what
Crypto.
I mean? Crypto.
Yeah, because crypto can be anything.
It's cool. I know that.
Yes.
Right?
Whatever it is, it's going to be cool. For
Right?
sure.
Well,
It sounds like something James Bond would be involved in.
right.
So-
Right.
But a speculative currency is what it is.
See, I
Crypto.
don't like the word speculative.
Like,
Yeah, see,
well,
spe-
here
Crypto. I mean,
It's-
you had me at crypto.
Yeah.
You lost me at speculative.
it's
Exactly.
speculative because you know there's a value to it, but you don't know whether the value is going to go up or down.
Oh, that's true.
So
you
I
mean
think-
like a dollar, like a regular dollar?
No, like a diabetic test strip.
Wait a
A
minute.
diabetic test strip is a currency somewhere right now. People are buying and selling diabetic test strips because I see the ads on
I see.
telephone poles.
Right.
So that's a
So there must be
cryptocurrency.
a markup happening there.
There's a markup happening, but it's speculative based on how many people get diabetes or not.
Okay, I got you.
So there could be more diabetes on the horizon. These test strips are going to go up because there's
Ladies
a
and
limited
gentlemen, if you
supply
look to
of
the
them.
right, you'll see the rails we just left.
I'm
Don't.
sorry. I'm like I think of like evil. I have evil perspectives.
But
That's what I
honestly,
have.
You bring up a good point, though,
Yeah.
which is the money that we use now. Is that not speculative? Is it
All
not?
right, here's the difference.
Yes.
The dollar, yes, rises, falls,
Yes.
but pennies.
Sure.
Bitcoin's been up to $17,000 and down to $9,000.
Absolutely.
So
There's
that's
been
not pennies.
There's been a range there.
Yeah.
Some volatility.
Right.
Let's say.
Right.
Well, banks used to do exchanges based on like 1/100th of a penny or 1/1000th of a penny, or hackers used to do sale or schemes or
Sure.
stealing from banks based on 1/1000th of a penny,
Sure.
thinking they would not find it.
Right.
Eventually, they found it.
Sure.
They just weren't sensitive enough to it because they didn't have enough equipment to
That
sense
guy
it.
killed the goose.
Right.
Right.
So somebody got away with it for a few years until they caught on, and then everything had to change.
Yeah. It's always some jerk, and he gets to spend his life in Bora Bora enjoying all the money from his scam.
Right.
And the rest of us have to pay 5% fees or some nonsense.
Well, the rest
Don't get
of
me
us,
started on PayPal.
I think the rest of us get better at it, just by like, I don't know what we do.
I think as more people, you bring up an excellent point, James, and I think as more people use Bitcoin, I think we'll see it level out and become more like
Stabilized.
a regular currency, like the yen or the drachma or
Or the yuan.
like enough of this. Look, honestly, I don't want to get into this, but it's enough of the different monies and it's enough of the different flags. Can we
Right.
finally get together and just have one country? We'll call it Earth.
And
You know what I mean?
And our currency will be time.
Time will be our currency, and we can call ourselves Earthicans. It has a great ring to it.
Earthicans.
Earthicans.
That's a, I,
I'm 100% Earthican.
I like that. I like that word.
Oh, I come from a long line of Earthicans.
Hmm.
Excuse me, young man. Are you an Earthican?
It takes away all
You
the
know-
competition, though.
Exactly.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, but we should be going after the Martians or the Venusians or some other people. I mean, they're lording their technology over us. We're sitting here fighting over scraps, and who has the better flag? I mean, come on.
I don't know.
So-
Everybody knows it's Italy.
So Earthicans, though.
I like it.
I like Mirthicans.
Oh, add some like happiness into it.
Merthicans.
Or
That's too close to Merkin.
well, it's not too close to Merkin.
From your mouth to
It's
God's
plenty
ears.
close, but is it too close?
I like it because it has happiness in there too. So it's both.
Merthican.
You know, we're happy and we're from Earth. What
Yeah.
else would you use to describe a human? They're the
Well,
happy
I
beings
don't
from
know.
Earth. That's a future we can have.
Well, I'm. Sign me up.
I agree. I mean, we're pretty happy.
Okay, the fee's 500 Bitcoin.
I don't know. I'm happy with like where I am at right now, but my life is
You
totally
mean in
horrible.
this studio or?
No, my life is horrible.
I see,
sleep on a
right.
couch.
You're doing a little couch sleeping right
That's
now.
not very good. That's a horrible
In a
existence.
technologically advanced environment, I don't think you want to do a lot of couch sleeping. But
And the couch is breaking.
okay, well that's not good either. Because I was going to ask you about the couch.
I know.
right.
My couch was breaking, and I put a board underneath it
Oh,
today.
that'll add some
And
stabilization.
it's like, yeah,
sure.
until the rest of it breaks. It's too unstable
I
already.
got you.
Like I was way too late on the couch.
What are we looking at? Like a synthetic leather or cloth? What are we
Oh,
looking at?
futon.
there? Oh,
Yeah. But
anyway,
I don't
Yeah,
think
that's-
you'd want my life either.
but the thing is, I
you
still
want to trade couches with him?
I don't know.
Get that going?
I have a bed, so
Yeah.
well, actually, it's somebody else's bed, but
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, I've got a bed though. It's just in storage.
All right. But it smells like the other person.
Who smells terrific, so it all works out.
I don't know about
it
that.
doesn't smell like the other person though.
Okay, well, let's see that. Then the
Let's
price
see.
goes down for me.
He's an extremely clean German.
Okay.
So
As if there's another kind.
right.
Just kidding.
Now, yeah. We don't want to stereotype.
Just kidding, everybody.
No.
But if you do a stereotype and it's a compliment, is that okay?
Right.
Or is that still?
I can't. You know what kind it is?
Is it or
Sure.
like? Geez, Lithuanians are sure good at accounting. Like, is that a? That's
Are
a,
they?
I don't know, but if I said that, is that?
I don't know. They like planes in Germany.
But it's
Like
still
the planes of existence. All these planes.
it's still a
that are-
generalization, though.
Right.
Certainly, not all Germans are washed well. I mean, there must be.
Some people
Some.
value perfect cubes.
Right.
I'm just saying. Germans value perfect cubes.
I got you.
Like, who's Escher? Where did he come from?
I don't know.
MC,
MC Escher. Where did he come from?
Not a
Not
rapper, by
Germany?
the way.
not a rapper.
Not a rapper.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm lost $20.
Master of Ceremonies,
He's like
Escher.
Dutch or something. I think he's Dutch.
Right. I believe you are right about
Well,
that.
a lot of the best things in life are
Dutch.
So,
Now, he was doing something. Something was going wrong with him. Something went wrong with Escher.
In a real sense, we're living in the world that the Dutch started with the guilds that translates directly to the modern corporate world.
and they had the first Wall Street too, right? I mean,
Oh, that's
yeah.
absolutely true.
So,
In New York City.
yeah.
Well, New Amsterdam then, but
New Amsterdam.
New Amsterdam. Amsterdam was the original one.
That's the original Amsterdam.
That's the one with
which
the-
is
with
not
the-
called original Amsterdam for some reason. They just leave it Amsterdam.
Now,
So that's
but they lost the
confusing.
Second Dutch War against King Charles of England, and that was that.
What up, King Charles? What up?
What up,
Yeah.
I don't.
King Charles II?
What up,
The
King
Dutch
Charles
did.
II? Yo.
well, they just rolled over pretty much. What would the Dutch do? Like, did the Dutch really fight?
Okay, the first instance.
I don't know if we should.
The first historic.
Is it too soon to talk about this?
It's not too soon. The first historic instance of waterboarding was a depiction, a woodcut depiction of it in and it was the Dutch doing it to the Portuguese in the Spice Islands
Oh,
in
about
like 14 something or
Eesh.
15 something
that's lousy.
in the competition for
So it wasn't
territory in the
invented,
Spice
It wasn't
Islands.
invented by Halliburton then.
no.
It was not invented by Halliburton.
I see.
The Dutch.
See-
The Dutch is the correct answer.
It's a terrible thing because they're both deathly afraid of drowning because they're seafaring, the Dutch and the Portuguese. So it's
That's
a terrible
right.
torture. So that even if they survive, they'll never want to get near a ship again.
Yeah, because if you waterboard somebody
Maybe that's
from
what
Arizona, like for most of it, they're like, oh, finally, you know what I mean? They're cooling off a little bit.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
California.
Have you been waterboarded?
No,
At
but
all?
I've fallen off a roof.
Okay, well that's like that.
It's like
Kind
that.
of.
I think it's like that because once you've fallen off a roof once,
Right.
you never want to get back on.
Oh, okay, I got
That's
you.
it. You just you have the fear in you unless you overcome it. If you're one of the people that can overcome the fear of falling off a roof,
Right.
then you're a roofer. And
But
that's
did
all
you tell
do.
people secrets after you fell off the roof?
Interesting.
Did I tell people secrets?
He's never been
No.
good at keeping secrets anyway.
Yeah, he tells secrets all the time.
I may have actually lied about falling off the roof to begin with.
Interesting. Well, that's a wrinkle.
Right.
And yet he's still afraid to get on roofs.
So
you figure
forget
it out.
forget the secrets. You
Wow.
can't trust him anyway.
I mean,
Which
I don't know what to believe now.
all I know is,
I can back up he is afraid of roofs, though.
yeah, snow falls on roofs.
Yes.
And people do roofing repairs in snow.
Yeah, that I don't get. Like, it's slippery, right?
It doesn't. As soon as somebody
I'm
said
out.
you can do that, they said go out and fix a roof repair during an ice storm
No.
in Oregon.
No.
And I said no, I've fallen off a roof before. I'm afraid of roofs, and that
They
works.
believed it.
Of course.
I'll see, the lie worked before for him.
Yeah,
That's right.
I wouldn't do that.
I fell off a roof trying to get on a roof.
I don't believe
just
you.
to do my job.
I don't believe you.
So I never really fell off a
Not
roof.
sure that
I just
that
fell off a ladder trying to get there.
We don't know.
Be sure and have that
we
on your
have
resume.
no idea
Yeah.
whether he fell off a roof
I would
or
make
not.
sure to put that up right at the top of your resume.
I probably, yeah.
Survived.
Afraid of roofs.
Survived a roof fall. Would you feel more comfortable having cyborgs on the roofs fixing the roofs?
Oh, the robots, sure.
Shouldn't robots be doing the more dangerous jobs?
Yes,
You know?
but people like it.
Snake handling, people like it because it's steady work. You know what I mean?
People like the concentration.
Okay, if there was a universal basic income,
Yeah.
would you then feel comfortable having robots on the roofs fixing stuff?
Let's put it this way. I would not want anybody to work on a roof because I know what roofs are like. Even the confident people on roofs, I don't want them on there. I would rather have a roof that a robot can repair, obviously. It should be every roof should be like fitted out for that.
Someone wanting to go onto a roof should disqualify them from being able to. Just
That's true.
wanting to do it. When there's robots.
I would like the robot to fix my roof as long as he was playing mariachi music.
Absolutely. Or having some other robots do that. Whatever. I mean, if there's extra robots, what
I would miss that.
what jobs would you feel uncomfortable having the robot do? Like, what things would you leave under the purvey of a regular human?
Well, we were talking about brain surgery, and I kind of
Brain surgery.
no, I went with you on that one. I think a robot could do more precise brain work than
I think people twitch too much, like when they're getting brain
No,
surgery,
they totally
and then
zonk you out.
they're out.
Nah, you're out.
no
You're out to
movement at
lunch.
all. No movement.
No way,
they're-
All right.
man.
Yeah,
I
they're-
think like this, any
Forget
seizures
about
or
it.
twists or anything would throw off the robot. Like,
No.
No,
You're
no,
totally
yeah.
limp.
They're-
Nothing's going to happen.
you're limp and you're nailed to that
Yeah,
board.
Well-
they got you strapped down. Too.
Yeah.
Well, here's
It's
what
totally legit.
here's what I think: robot barbers.
Interesting.
I would hate robot barbers because there's always an imperfection in the barbing, the haircut,
Oh, I see.
and a robot would make it too perfect.
Too perfect. Yeah,
Interesting.
I
You'd
kind of
be like-
I'm going with you on that
We
one.
lose some
Yeah.
nuance there.
All right. When we come back, we've got to take a slight break. You're listening to SDS.
SDS.
Hi, this is Aaron Salinas. I'm a student here at San Diego City College, and I'm part of SDS, KSDS HD2 San Diego, Student Delivered Sound.
SDS.
Okay, when we come back, wait a minute, we are back.
Huh, how about that?
Wow.
That was quick.
That
was
was quick.
Finally.
Okay.
All right, well, we're back.
See, we were actually had to be quiet during that time while things were going on.
Yes. It was
I
very
see. I actually
difficult.
could have turned off your mics, but
would've been nice.
I'd still bleed into mine though. So
Oh, right.
It's very, very strange for us, like
Because
to
voices
do that.
carry.
We just paused and
Downtown.
we were thinking about
Hush.
stuff, and then it's like, yeah, we
guys.
cannot continue. We have to go on to something else. Obviously.
No. I think this is fertile ground right here. I mean,
Where were we at?
We were
See-
talking about robots and what jobs we don't want them doing. You know, what are we uncomfortable
true.
with them handling? James is happy getting brain surgery from a robot.
I'd
I'd like a robot to do my taxes and possibly build a violin for me.
disease
Whoa, wait a
control.
minute.
CDC.
wait a minute.
We're talking about a perfect Stradivarius.
Uh,
I understand what you're saying too.
I see
Now-
what you're saying.
That's a fine line.
Too perfect, I think, is a thing in a Stradivarius.
Too perfect.
Yeah, it's yeah. I think
So we're going to end up keeping humans around because they botch things up in an artistic way. This is the logic.
I don't know if that's exactly it,
Is
but
it-
you're in the right direction.
Is it artistic or innovative? That's the question.
Well,
That's where the botched, the mistakes are all innovative. They
Okay,
could turn into something else.
All right, let's look at
Right.
it this way.
Yeah.
Evolution depends on mutation.
I see.
Depends on the program.
And not all mutations are
Error.
necessarily for the good, and
Most are
I
not.
got you.
Most
Right.
are not.
Most
That's
are
pretty
not.
bad, actually, because that leads to like some other things. Like you can fake a mutation.
Okay, so yes to brain surgery, but no to building a musical instrument.
I would agree with that. Guitarists, I mean,
Let humans build guitars.
yeah, people. Well, the thing is, it's not the humans that are building the guitars; it's the tree that's building the guitar.
Would you have a robot in your band?
Yes.
Okay. What would you like him to play?
That's always
her.
That's always been the case. Like Big Black was a robot
Drums.
mostly, and then people playing a lot.
And, John
Yeah.
Paul Jones is pretty robotic. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of semi-robotic people. Okay, a
It's-
drummer.
yeah.
You're saying you'd like a real robot drummer.
I guess we have those though.
But isn't the imperfect beat
That's true.
kind of like your imperfect Stradivarius in a
yeah,
way?
no, you're
I mean,
right.
if Ringo Starr was a robot, would
Right.
Bluebird be as good
Well,
a song?
If you like industrial music,
Interesting.
that's where you want a robot. But you can program industrial music to have imperfect beats.
So
like a
yes to
robot.
painting a house, but no to painting your portrait.
I would say definitely on that.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Utilitarian, simple things,
If
busy work, jobs, build some stuff.
I like painting a house, though. I
Well,
like
you can
getting
paint
paid.
your own
I like getting
house.
paid.
If you want to paint your own house, you can, but there's not going to be a job for you to paint a house.
There should
That's
be,
over
though.
with.
There should be.
There's not going to be any jobs, period.
But what will people do with all the boredom?
Read, develop their minds,
Leisure.
leisure, eat grapes, wear a yoga thing. What's that the yoga thing called again?
Yoga pants?
No, not the yoga pants. The toga. The toga. That's what I meant to say.
All that stuff.
Yes.
Nothing to do with yoga.
Well, they're very similar. Yeah.
All this stuff everyone's gonna hate after a weekend.
But you have your whole life. You'll get used. Believe me.
They will.
You'll
I
get
mean,
real used to not having to go to
you have
work
to-
for your whole life. Am I right?
I wouldn't trust it.
Maybe you like to swim in the ocean 3 times a week, and more time to read books, work in the garden.
Get it to 800 pounds.
that.
Develop
too.
a real drug habit.
But
There's all kinds of
Here-
things you
that's
can do.
a real drug habit. Is the only way I can get any adversity in my life.
Well-
if that had happened,
Find a cure for cancer.
Yeah.
Why
wouldn't-
is adversity so exciting?
because it's so random.
Oh, for Pete's sake. You can have robots cruising around doing stuff. That's not interesting and random. Who even knows what robots are going to come out with? Ones we haven't even thought of.
Oh, have
probably.
you seen the scorpion robots?
You had me at scorpion robots.
Robots aren't even going to do things that we want them to do.
They're going to do all the busy nonsense things that we hate doing, like cleaning toilets.
That's got to be a good thing.
Come on. You're crazy. I'll take your free time if you don't want it.
Some people need that time.
Okay, then we'll keep a few houses
Yeah.
around for some people to paint.
And some people will want to work. They'll want to work on those robots. They'll want to work. They'll want to build an airplane.
Okay, then
In
we'll
their
have-
garage.
How about this? We'll have a place like an amusement park, old timeyville,
All right, fine.
where you can go and pretend to have a job.
Old timey.
Do old timeyville,
So,
and you can pay money for stuff.
so you go up to the holodeck and the holodeck, excuse
Holodeck.
me, and clock in.
Clock in. That's right. The whole virtual experience of having a job.
And get right on the assembly line.
And don't be late tomorrow either. You can even type that in as part of your sequence to have you late a few times and have the boss break your chops about it.
Maybe everyone can do that. I don't know.
Well, that's what we have now.
just
Everyone
have-
gets to do that, and everything's falling apart. So we can't do this anymore.
right, but robots just do it for us.
Absolutely. For
And-
free.
And what do we do?
Whatever
just-
we want, Michael.
We have to just
James,
sit
help me out here. Whatever we want.
anywhere, go anywhere, do anything.
I don't know about that, but you don't have to go. You don't have to go to a specific place to do some mundane task because there's some robot doing it.
That's true, but what do I do with my
I
time?
don't care. Do something fun.
See, that's
Learn to play an instrument.
All right.
Go hang out at Black's Beach.
Go hang out at Black. Don't do anything. Sit at your house and do nothing. That's fine.
Meditate.
Meditate about what to do.
The robot would have to do everything in my house.
Actually, you could probably get a robot to handle your meditating too, which would be nice. 'Cause
Right.
That will free up even more of your time. Have him doing mantras
Wait a
or
minute.
her.
Wait. Oh my.
You have a robot doing your yoga. You got one cooking your breakfast. You're sitting there just getting fatter and fatter by the second. and very philosophical.
And grapes.
And grapes, sir. Yes, grapes.
Grapes have a season, though. I don't know.
Not in robot land.
Yes. The robots in Australia would deliver them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
On the robot ship.
Yeah.
Maybe get some robot sharks into the mix. Who knows? I don't know.
Robot pirates, will that exist?
Just whatever you want. You'll have rogue robots break off at some point, form their own little robot group, and then they'll try to destroy all humans. We'll have to get through that, and we will. It won't be any worse than what's happening now.
Oh, man, robots are going to get
In a
more and more
manner.
complicated. That's what I'm worried about. They'll have to get more complicated as
By
this
the time they get
happens.
super complicated, we'll all be
Well,
in the
that's
ground.
now.
It's okay.
Now we're talking about the AI,
The AI does not like us.
and there are people worried about the AI and what the AI might do.
A bunch of idiots and Stephen Hawking.
Right?
Well,
It's true. He did.
He said, "Stop. Just stop.
Stop with the AI already.
Stop working on it."
well, everyone said that.
Stop
ever
with the
since-
Meshuggah AI.
Everyone said this ever since 1980.
Ever
like
since
when I
the
was
fax machine.
when I
Remember
was-
when they were demonizing those?
when I was growing up, that was like
No.
the thing. When I was in high school, everybody in the classes were saying that there are scientists that are saying we have to stop right now,
Right now.
end progress, and let everyone catch up to it, because nobody in their brains are not going to be able to keep
Yeah,
up with this.
we're even
So
further
not
behind.
exactly
So-
Luddites. They don't want to just get rid of it. They just want to stop it for a while.
Until we develop it, until we're practically robots ourselves.
Pretty much,
You know
we
what
have
I
to be
mean?
autistic to handle all this.
Pretty
stuff.
much.
And if we're doing that, we can't do anything else. We'd have to have robots that we control with our minds.
You know, in 1,000 years from now, autism is going to be like a superpower.
Well, maybe in a way we are autistic.
We're getting there slowly.
I mean, yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, we certainly have gone a long ways from our animal brains. I mean, look, we've gone to the moon.
I mean, it's a change in human psyche, is it not? I mean, is this not an evolutionary, possibly a step?
I
Right.
think so.
You know,
I mean,
something we're looking at now like it's a bad thing.
Well,
what made Newton develop the calculus?
I don't know.
How did that happen?
I just feel left out by the whole
Cash?
autism thing. I feel left out by autism.
Oh,
I cannot
come on,
handle.
you're autistic.
I can't handle video games. I cannot transfer all the stuff on the video game to my fingers and keypads and stuff and movements. I can't do it.
His hand only will grab cylinders. I don't know
I
what's
just
wrong with
can't.
I can't do
just-
it either.
Joysticks. That's
I
it.
can't. I can't do it either. And here's the reason: I get motion sickness doing video games. I got all
From
the way
what's
through.
happening on the screen, you mean? Or
Yeah. It's more.
Oh, I
I'm
gotcha.
looking at. Yeah, I mean, I get motion sickness.
queasy.
I get queasy as if I were in a car. You know,
Huh.
it's
Bear in
true.
mind-
It's
bear in
true.
mind that me and James stopped at Hexen.
No, Quake 2.
See, Quake 2, I stopped at Hexen.
Huh. Like, I don't know either of those games.
Because I didn't
Okay.
stop at Hexen. I went on to Quake 2, and I beat it. I was retching.
See, I was
Wow.
not.
Like you went
Yeah.
through the physical torment of it, but you still
Yeah.
made it through, and that was the last one.
That
You
was-
said no more.
Yeah.
That was the object of the game. That's why I stopped at Hexen.
So have you ever played like Grand Theft Auto 5 or anything?
Little
like
bit,
that? Have
but
you seen
no,
it?
not really.
Same deal.
Same
With the-
deal, yeah.
Interesting.
Now there's one game with motion that I can play. And it's Descent,
Okay.
and not a very popular game, but I loved it. It was, and I didn't get up motion sickness. I should have. It's a spaceship going through these tunnels and on this mining
Well,
planet.
here's for me.
Interesting.
I just
Yeah.
feel like an idiot because I cannot handle the complicated mechanism that does the game because it has like 10
Oh, right,
things on it.
this finger, that
For every finger.
Well, there used to
Everything.
be, the ones we
The
started out
thumbs.
with just had a single dial and one button. That was the
Right.
controller of the first thing. There was only one game you could play with it, which was Pong.
Oh, right. And then there was the numbered pad.
Numbered pad.
4 was left. 6 was
Out.
right.
Out.
8
Pong
was
was-
Nope.
up.
Pong was just a joystick or a dial.
A dial. It was
A dial. Before everything else was a dial.
Now the controllers have 11 buttons and 2 joysticks.
Right.
Right, and they vibrate.
And you've got 10 fingers.
you have 10. 1, 2, 3. Yep.
So it's like
10.
playing a saxophone. It is. It's like playing a saxophone. I can't. I would. I don't
in a
get
virtual
it.
reality environment.
I do not get the end game of that. It's like, but
Of what,
that's
playing
because
saxophone?
I haven't evolved.
Yeah, I never
enough.
understood saxophone either, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Well, you're talking to a saxophone player.
See,
Well, see, this is the guy you should ask then.
but I'm just saying that I haven't evolved to do video games the way they
Well,
are.
you're not going to evolve at all. It's just one of those deals. Evolution's like a long deal. The individual increment
I think there's
is meaningless.
there has to be
You
hidden
know?
things somewhere in there that could be activated.
I see.
I mean, and when you're
But
you're
to what
talking
end?
about, we're not talking about evolution right now. We're talking about people are just getting born into this situation that's
Yeah, they
happening
can
faster
do it.
than
All
they.
the kids can do it, though.
But it's happening faster than they can actually evolve to.
For us, the kids that are being born into the signal.
All right, when Cosmo was
know.
3 years old, I had him playing the Residence CD-ROM game, sort of a game. It was called Freak Show. It was circus tents in front, but you could go out and back, and you can go into the trailers of the circus performers and go through stuff. So Cosmo at 3 broke his eye teeth on that game. And so 3, he
Wow.
got navigating around that pretty quickly,
Yeah.
as good as I did,
Yeah, kids are geniuses.
as well as I did. I mean,
Kids now, they're super, super smart. We got to watch out for them,
Well,
for real. That's the biggest threat to us, is the children.
Yeah, the biggest threat is
The
children.
biggest threat facing us right now
they're pretty awesome.
is kids. They're way better than us.
Look at those 18-year-olds, Parkland, David Hogg, and
they're-
Emma
Oh my
Gonzalez.
goodness, great. Yeah,
They're motivating the entire country. They're 18.
yeah, they're
They're
leading
high
the
school.
discussion.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
Are they leading the discussion?
They are.
Can you imagine, compared to what we were doing at that age in high school? We were ham-fisted idiots. I mean, please, we barely survived.
And
That's
the
true.
proof
You know?
is that the right is willing to castigate and demonize these kids.
They're afraid of them.
Yeah.
They're afraid of them.
I believe it.
All right.
That's the market group.
That's the proof.
Well, I think what the thing
Yes,
is,
I agree with you.
I think people are learning too fast. I think this used to be a thing for the 24-year-old, 25-year-old to be a spokesperson. Now it's much younger,
Oh, yeah.
because of the internet gives you so much practice.
Well, they're also more developed. They're just smarter.
Are they?
They're way smarter.
Are
than
they
us.
way smarter?
They
I kinda
really
think
are.
so.
I don't
Uh,
think they are.
I kind of think so.
I don't know. I
And
think
it's
so.
because,
I-
all right, brain
Here's-
growth, neuron
Yeah.
growth.
Here's why I don't think they're smarter.
What about-
Okay, tell
I
us.
think it's because they're following a pattern. So even though they're good at something, like playing with a joystick,
Sure.
they're just following a pattern that allows them to do that. They're not
And
adapting.
they're bad at something else.
They're bad at adapting.
Like to what? Fax machine technology, or I mean, they don't need the stuff that
They're-
they don't know. They don't need.
They're too
They're
too group thoughty.
Well, here's the thing. So
That's what I worry about.
there's more.
Should.
The world is moving faster. Technology is moving faster, and that in itself causes brain growth.
sure.
So
And stress in older populations. too.
sure, exactly,
You know?
exactly.
It's stressful for us a
So
little bit.
you could call that smarter.
It could cause brain growth, but it could also cause brain apathy or atrophy in certain situations. I think it can.
Well,
Because
I think you're
highly
right.
developing one thing and getting rid of another.
And then we would have seen it happen when the television first became mass consumption. When we finally reached the point in the early 60s when everybody had a TV.
Well, that's when everyone became laid back.
I don't think people got dumber. Though,
All right. Well, there's a good
after the 60s,
example. TV.
you know?
TV was pretty sedentary. You just sit there and let it happen. Who does that? Everybody's interactive with a number of
Right.
their phones, their computers.
Well-
TV's not good enough now,
Well, because we're creating the content.
right?
Each individual creates the content. That's a different sort of TV.
Well, and the diseases.
And requires
Sure.
more brain power.
Yeah.
Right. And the diseases we're seeing, like autism,
Yeah.
these are all diseases related to what? To keeping track of information and finding,
Right.
you know what I mean? Our
Cog-
limitations now
Cognition.
is there's too much
Yeah.
stimulus and we can't follow it all. That's what, and it is stressful.
Yeah.
You know?
There's too much narcissism.
All right, hold that stress for just a second, while
I'm about to get on a rant.
you were very good the last break. You were both very good. I didn't hear a peep.
We didn't say anything.
We talked about it.
You didn't
later.
say anything,
We
right?
talked
That's
about it
that's
later
my
after the
point.
break.
Huh?
We talked about it later after the break, how awkward it was.
It was very awkward.
And that's going to
for us.
continue for us throughout
I
this
see.
break.
So you're saying we're doing this again now? Okay.
Okay, here we go again. Well, do whatever.
SDS.
Hi, this is Salvador Vasquez. I'm a student here at San Diego City College, and I'm part of SDS, KSDS HD2, San Diego, Student Delivered Sound.
SDS.
I heard you.
People paying for your time.
I'm listening to what's going on.
You're
on the
talking
thing.
right now.
Could you hear that the commercial that
Yeah,
I
I
just
can
played?
hear the commercial.
Through my head. It must
Through
be
your
through my
I could hear it a
headphones.
little bit.
Yeah.
We're on drugs. You got to remember.
I was
that.
trying to keep him quiet. Don't say drugs during the commercials.
It's
Oh,
okay.
I'm totally sober. That's the way of me saying
Drugs
I'm
is
smart.
okay.
All right.
Some other things are not okay.
And we haven't said any bad words this whole time.
Scorpions?
We haven't.
Nope. I'm very impressed with you,
Are
by
you,
the way.
are you jinxing us?
Maybe. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. Oh, God.
So tell me about the scorpions.
Which scorpions?
Oh, never mind.
No, the scorpions in the urinals? Oh, the urinals.
Oh, in here?
In here, the
There
bathroom.
are no urinals in the bathroom here.
We
Right.
are complaining about that. We
Is
are
that what we're
complaining about
doing?
that because that's a gender-neutral bathroom now.
I don't think it's the right time to complain about
It's
that.
the right time to complain about it because, sure, it's gender-neutral, but they ripped out all the urinals.
Right.
To achieve gender neutrality.
Yes, otherwise that's bias.
But urinals can be used as sinks. A lot of people don't know that.
That's what they're putting in. They're putting in more sinks, but there's going to be less facilities for people that need them.
Look,
You talking about
So
men?
there's going to be an
Men?
off balance. There's going to be one gender neutral bathroom that has more stuff than the other one.
you should be urinating at your house.
Unless they decide to put in, equal stalls for everyone.
There are equal stalls. There's
Not in the-
4 of them.
In the women's bathrooms, there's going to be 8 stalls.
That's
in the
equal
men's,
still.
In the men's, it's 5 stalls and 3
That's odd.
urinals. So if they put in
But the
sinks,
urinals
what are you
are
going to
gone.
do?
Is there a run on the bathrooms? I mean, do we?
Is that going to happen?
I don't know.
Is
It seems like 4 toilets on this floor is probably enough. I don't know.
I actually thought it was excessive that they had 5 toilets in the bathroom.
Well, there
in
you
the
go
men's.
then.
But
So
Nevertheless,
here's
is
the
that-
other thing. The urinals went out of order about a week ago. Has nothing to do with gender neutrality,
I wish.
right? He
Yeah,
wishes.
it ruined that whole thing.
Right.
So they
And
ripped them out.
They ripped them out. I was surprised to see that tonight. It was the first day that I've seen.
was that off of
They had
ehow.com?
they had hefty bags over them before with tape, but that was last week. But this week,
Well, this is a major improvement with just the infrastructure, the pipes there, and nothing.
We you don't want leaky urinals.
I had to wash my hands in an adjacent toilet.
Oh.
Yes.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Actually, you did.
well,
No, you
here's the thing. He didn't have to, but he did.
I didn't have to. Because when in Rome. Yeah.
Man. I don't even want to think. I
We're already thinking about it.
Yeah, it's too late.
It's too
But
late.
I thought we were talking about scorpions anyway.
Yeah, tell the scorpion
the
story.
scorpion story
Yes.
that I almost got attacked by scorpions
Yes.
in a urinal.
Now it's almost attacked.
Right?
I didn't get.
Right.
I got almost attacked by scorpions in a urinal.
It's like I almost died on 9/11. Well, I wasn't flying that day, but I could have.
If I'd been in that plane.
If I'd been in that plane.
All I know is, I was driving. It was super late. I was at a rest stop. I took a leak in a very filthy bathroom because it was a very filthy rest stop, and it was
Gotcha.
like orange.
Not
in
like the
there.
rest stops you're probably used to.
No, it was like
All
it
over
was
the country
it was
and
wet.
world.
It was wet in there.
Okay.
And it's like and so I was taking a leak in the urinal, and the urinal was not very clean, and
Jesus.
apparently like while I was there was a scorpion in the top of the urinal,
On
just
the,
kind
on
of
the
cruising
tank part?
on the tank part,
Just like hanging out
just
there?
hanging out right there.
I gotcha.
Yeah, right above it.
Were you alarmed?
On the wall or
On the urinal,
Oh, on
in
the
the
urinal,
urinal,
so I
just
see.
poised right there, like waiting.
right?
And
Waiting
I just,
for a body part to show?
I don't know. I don't know what's, who leans close into your urinal. People that don't want to, people that don't want to splash.
Right, okay.
I'm a person that doesn't like to splash.
Oh, okay, right. So
Yeah, you pegged me as a person like that.
I like to have.
You've
like,
got that look.
I got that aim. I know how to
Well, you do
pour-
some plumbing, so
I know how
get-
to pour a beer.
He does seem like a person who doesn't like to be urinated on, right?
Right.
Am I right?
Right.
Or
I think
Yeah.
I've perfected that. I think that's one
it's
of
your
our
defining
skills.
quality.
Well, it's one of my less autistic skills, like
I
not
see.
being able to. That's like something I pride myself on.
Okay, so there's the
Like
scorpion.
everybody.
There you are.
There's a scorpion right
Right.
there. It's dimly lit. I see the scorpion.
Right.
And I urinate in another urinal that's next door.
I
I
see.
just don't even break stream. I just
Yeah.
gotta go right
You
there.
just walked full stream, walked from one urinal.
Right.
to
So
the
wait a
other.
minute.
Right.
Some stream hitting some wall between the
That's the
urinals?
implication,
Right?
yes.
That
Yeah.
is the implication, but you
And he
know the-
doesn't like that.
No, you know the way I pee. I don't like to splash.
Right.
So I
Yeah,
stopped
you mentioned
it.
that.
I
Yeah. So
stopped it.
Now we've got
and then
steady
I went
stream.
to another
This isn't
urinal.
even splash.
We've got splashing. We've got a scorpion that's not happy.
I recalibrated. I made sure there was
You
no other scorpions.
recalibrated.
I made sure there's no more scorpions in the urinal that I'm going
I
into.
see.
Because what would be the point of that?
Right.
I finished my business,
Right.
and now I have a story to tell. I mean, that's it.
That's the whole story.
Yeah,
The rest
that's
of
it. There
saw. So the story actually is you saw a scorpion. That's the story.
I saw a scorpion
I gotcha.
in a urinal.
That is so far from being attacked by scorpions.
It
All right,
was
well,
near me. That's
Like,
enough.
what,
Mr. Coppolino.
Yeah.
That's kind of a coincidence because I was almost attacked by a scorpion.
was it as bad as what Mike went through? You know, is it what,
I think it was a little bit worse.
even more harrowing
right,
than that?
Right.
Please do tell.
All right. So Cosmo and I, my son, when he lived in Arizona, a young boy, we used to like to go out into the desert looking for scorpions. And it's easy. You kick over a cow pie, you kick over 4 cow pies, and you will find a scorpion. And so that's what we did. And then we'd take pictures of them. So I kick over a cow pie, and there's a scorpion, and I start taking pictures of it. Now, usually they're completely unaware of you.
Yeah, because what person would lift up cow feces to expose them?
Right.
Of course they weren't expecting you.
Well, because that's where they are.
That's the safest place in the world, though, to hide is underneath a huge thing of feces. You figure you'd probably be okay there.
Well, we were kicking
But
them
not
over.
on this day. All right.
We were
continue.
kicking
You're
them
kicking
over.
The things. There they are.
And so I'm getting down there to take a picture of the scorpion.
Oh.
Now, like I say, normally
Selfie.
they're not even aware of you. You know?
Hashtag stingy.
You're not even on the same, So anyway,
That's the point of
This-
having a stinger. What's the point of having a stinger?
What's the
if
point of
somebody
having a
gets
son? All right. So
somebody's
there you
kicking-
are.
If you're not going to attack somebody kicking over your home,
so I start
That's it.
taking pictures of this scorpion, and up go the claws,
Right.
up goes the tail, and charges at me. So I'm moving to the side. I think he's just moving that direction. He turns towards me and
Wow.
keeps coming. I'm backing up. And I'm backing up faster and faster because this guy's coming hard.
Wow.
So I just got left the area.
He chased you away.
Right? He did.
Wow.
I retreated. He held ground.
Well, you don't mess up somebody's crap house. Right. I think that's the rule of thumb here.
So that was almost an attack. I mean, the only reason it was an attack is because he didn't sting me.
But he had the
But he-
intention to do that.
Totally. You really have to call that an attack.
not only the intention, he had the right.
And willing to commit suicide because doesn't the
I
tail
agree with
break
you.
off and the scorpion die?
I was in his house.
No, it does not.
Okay.
It does not die. That's how he prays and stuff or whatever.
You weren't in his house. You destroyed his house.
Yeah. He
Hey,
moved
how
it.
you doing? Let me move your entire
Oh, well, there were
house.
plenty of cow pies out there.
I see.
Just move into another one.
So scorpion homes and psilocybin mushrooms, is there anything cow pies can't do? You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, nature's miracle.
Right,
Huh?
right. Oh, well, it's fuel. It was fuel for the pioneers, too.
Wow.
Well, this is like, and food.
Simpler
probably,
time.
Yes.
And food, assumably.
For some.
Presumably,
For some.
someone would eat it. Allegedly.
There's desperate times on the prairie. I bet there was times when they ate cow feces,
Cow feces. Right.
cow floss.
It just doesn't have
whatever.
a nice ring to it, does it?
It doesn't.
No, it really doesn't. But I guess.
What
you
about
know,
prairie
chips.
how about
they're
prairie
vegan.
pancake?
They're vegan.
Yeah.
What about prairie pancake?
Well,
Yeah, sure. That's
Here-
That's fun.
it's the name is
Buffalo
cow
chips.
chips.
or
Or cow
buffalo
chips.
chips.
Cow chips have always been that's the nomenclature.
That's the
That's
standard.
almost edible.
And they are vegan.
Yeah. Yes. I don't consider bacteria vegan.
Interesting.
I don't. I don't think anything's vegan.
No, not, if there's no meat. I mean, I understand what you're saying with
It's
the bacteria.
plasma.
It is mostly
Plasma.
vegetable, but there may be some stomach stuff in there. I
And
don't
isn't
know.
that stuff? Isn't
Yeah.
it meat, essentially, in a
But-
way?
If it comes from an animal,
Here's a question: Do we think bacteria are more sentient than plants? Because
I think
they
it's
move around.
50-50.
Because they move around.
It's about the same.
yeah, I mean,
Plants will do incredible things.
yeah, there is evidence for sentience of plants. So
Most certainly. In the forest, sometimes if you cut trees down, the other trees that are alive will draw roots over to the stump and keep it alive for generations,
wow.
giving it a sugar solution.
So it does make a sound when it falls
And,
over.
and they can count also. It's crazy.
Wait a minute.
Yes, and I don't recall the study, but yes, for the first part. With
Trees can count.
Forget that one. Dude, let's just stick with the first one. Chopping the stump, and then the alive trees feeding the stump with a solution into its roots to keep it alive, like on life support.
Right.
A tree that got cut down.
So, as if we see a person who gets in an accident and hurts themselves, we take them to the hospital as fast as we can.
And keep them in a coma,
Right.
presumably.
Even if they're in a coma.
Even if they're in a coma.
Yeah.
Right.
Keep them alive.
So we're
At all
just-
costs, keep
we
them
could
alive.
be eating things, but the thing is this: that the trees keep those trunks alive.
Oh, yeah.
That makes it okay for vegans to eat it because at least it's not killing.
Well,
things.
what I'm saying is maybe we need to not eat.
Well,
plants
we're not
also.
killing. We're not killing, and we're definitely not torturing.
What could we live on with no plants or meat?
We're not
What would be
torturing
the choice then?
the tree.
Well, aeritarians,
Okay, what do they eat?
air.
Well, that's a
Sorry,
cult.
air.
Yeah.
Like physical
I
air?
knew. I did know
You're
an
talking about the
air,
guys that don't eat at all?
I did know an aeritarian.
Those are real guys.
Well, no, okay, it's
In
kind
India,
of unfair.
They're aesthetics.
Kind of unfair, because he didn't eat solid food at all, but he did live downwind from a cheese factory.
Well, we know a guy that's like
What?
that. We know a guy that's like that. The Jyoti.
Don't let him just say that and then let him get away with it. The guy he wasn't eating any food
He
whatsoever.
claimed to be an aeritarian, yeah.
but he lived
pressed
downwind.
from a cheese factory.
So you're thinking enzymes or something from the cheese floated into him and kept him alive?
Well, there's powder. It's not just
Like
enzymes.
like airborne cheese powder.
Yes,
Yeah,
airborne
yeah.
From
cheese
the processing
powder.
and grinding of the cheese and whatnot.
That's what he's saying.
He
Yeah,
could have
it's
been.
dust.
He could have been lying.
Edible
too.
dust.
I could see that happening because they probably got to wear breathers in the on the
See?
floor where
I
they're doing
actually
it.
agree with it too.
I think I agree with it.
Now, is
With-
that
I agree with Mike.
aeritarian? Is he vegan? Maybe not.
He's
Not
a
if he's ingesting a bunch of cheese air.
Right?
He's a mineralitarian.
Huh.
I think.
Oh, eat dirt.
Well, no, because he's eating animal products, so he's definitely not vegan.
He's definitely not vegan. There's physical cheese going into it through his air
right,
stream.
and that's
Yeah.
exploited animals.
Most certainly.
So that's an exploited thing that's creating
It's
that.
ugly. It's
All right,
real
you
ugly.
did bring up you two. You did bring up an interesting point earlier.
Yeah, finally.
And it kind of, you didn't say it in these words, but it kind of goes down to, is animal life more sacred than vegetable life? Does the rabbit have more right to not be eaten than the carrot? They both die in the process.
They both feel pain.
They both feel pain.
Yeah, but they don't express it the same.
Well, they definitely don't. But
That's the
so
thing.
They do
what?
express it.
So
Yeah, but
what? A
I have
carrot.
changed my mind. I agree. There's no difference between meat or vegetables. It's all butchery.
That's kind of where I'm at.
It's all butchery.
Well, here's what we do then. Then we have to heat everything is processed from sand.
But I'm still that I agree with unless there's animal components of the sand. What's
they-
left to eat though?
The
Bacteria,
carrot does
clearly.
have a will.
It's got
He
a will
wants
and
to
a way.
carrot. He wants to carrot, and he wants to.
He wants to carrot
gather-
like no carrots ever carroted before. You know what I
right.
mean? A lot better than his dad, who didn't even appreciate him the right way.
See,
We have to synthesize minerals that we can eat. That's the only way we can do it.
Okay, now let's talk about that. Haven't we
Synthesized.
proved that crystals and some rocks also have some sentience to them?
Oh,
like
come
they
on.
can react.
Wow.
Crystals can react. Their growing patterns
it was
can
really a
react.
moment of
It'll
disappointment.
be non-crystal. It'll be non-crystal minerals.
Look, I
all
know
right?
that there's people listening right
Non-crystallized
now,
minerals.
probably all of him, and I think he probably wants to know what can you eat. If for someone that's concerned and doesn't want to eat meat, doesn't want to eat vegetables, doesn't want to be part of this freak show. Okay.
Well,
what do they eat? What can you eat? I'm asking. What do you eat? What do
you
you
can
eat?
process a molecule that
Forget
you can
processing. I'm an individual. I go to
You-
Trader Joe's to get stuff.
you-
What am I going to do
So-
now?
eat. Ethical
Why-
molecules.
I'm all for ethical. I can't argue with that.
Ethical molecules.
I do like that. Wonderful sound to it. But
I'm
I mean,
there.
that's yeah.
No, why can't we eat what
I'm still asking the question here. What if
God made us to eat?
what? Anything? Are we sure? I mean,
We are omnivores.
are we?
Yeah.
Because we have flat teeth,
Right.
like a herbivore.
Right.
But we also have the posts from canines, like a carnivore.
As far as we can
What are
tell,
we
we
are-
evolved eating some meat, but probably most of it was insectoid. But
How could you survive with no
The
meat
point
or
is,
vegetables?
the point is,
How?
yeah.
we
It's
have
not
a
possible,
choice
right?
because we're omnivores. We have a choice
Right.
to eat that, but we shouldn't because we'll die earlier.
Most certainly, our
If we-
intestines aren't the right size.
Right, and our brains don't function the same without.
Our
certain
intestines are
proteins.
1/3 of the length they should be if
Well,
we're meat eaters.
right, optimal health is a goal.
Okay.
That's
That's
true.
probably a worthy goal.
What about those aesthetics that go many years without eating?
right?
How is that possible? Someone can go 50 years without food
They're living downwind from a cheese
from a
factory.
cheese factory.
Yes.
So that's the key. Find out where Kraft has its
What the
main
vapors
facility.
are.
Not
The
Kraft,
vapors.
Camembert.
Oh, geez Louise. It's going to be a pricier house, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, nice factory.
Maybe a nice still sit.
I don't know.
I don't know. This breathing food thing is opening up a whole new world for me here. I didn't even know this was possible.
Well,
Man, I'd love to breathe some meals.
Well, I do know
You
you
what I mean?
can inject it. You
The
can inject
cheese?
food. You inject the B12. You can go to the stations and get good health. Allegedly, get
Oh,
good
I
health
gotcha.
from them.
But where's the B12 come from?
From
I
the
don't-
cheese factory, I think.
I don't know where the B12 could be synthesized from something. I don't know, but
Probably something that lived.
It's possible that the Canadians control the world's B12 supply. We don't know. We don't know.
it could be.
We
like
don't
just
know,
from-
We
and
want
we
to-
haven't said.
No one has said, and we don't know who to ask.
right.
But we're-
Especially the Canadians.
But we're curious. You might waste your time talking to them about it. They're not going to tell you.
Don't ask the Canadians. Don't
don't even
tell the
want you there.
Canadians.
I don't want to breathe my food though. I just don't. I mean, I want to hunt it.
I think I spend my life avoiding breathing a lot of terrible stuff.
Yeah.
And I really think like breathing a meal might not be a bad thing. I don't know.
How would you know when you were full?
You get full. Ask the cheese guy. What,
Yes.
You know, he
Well,
seemed
it's-
to do okay.
I mean, you just end your meal when you're
It's
bored.
food
with
breathing
It.
science, Michael.
You're just
It's not-
bored with your meal. You're just not even like.
Well,
eating it
all right.
anymore.
Have you done have you done extended fasting?
Have I done it? Yes, I have. I actually have done extended fasting.
More than 3 days?
Oh yeah.
3
Okay.
days.
Yeah. I mean, after 3 days, you begin to lose your hunger pangs.
Well, I lost it after the second day.
Yeah,
But I
it can
guess-
happen.
But then you start getting hallucinations after.
Well,
5.
right. There's that.
I think one time I went 5 or 6 hours. I don't.
Oh.
But
I enjoyed it very much.
I was like hallucinating big time. By the time I got that chili dogs into me,
Exactly what happens. You get so desperate for food that you eat
That you'll
something
eat a
horrible. Like just start drinking Gatorade. Just
let me
start
tell you,
pugging
that was the
Gatorade.
worst chili dogs I ever had.
Yeah. Things like that. That's
So,
what
yeah,
happens.
that's
like
what
Gatorade
happens.
can't be good for a fasting person to just start drinking.
I have to save that for another show.
And you're fast with
That's
Gatorade.
much too fertile a
Just
topic.
throwing the chemicals in there. You know, it's filling up all that good health.
Well,
with
didn't
really bad
Gatorade,
health and
was that
activating
featured
all that.
prominently in the movie Idiocracy?
Oh, that's right. They were using
Yeah.
it to water the crops.
Right.
That's right.
Because
For
of the electrolytes.
the electrolytes.
See, that's where I probably went wrong. So I always think it's like healthy. The Gatorade is healthy. So when I finish my purge or whatever of fasting, I just gulp some Gatorade because I know it's a sport drink, and it's going to make me healthy. I believe the branding too much.
Right.
Plus, it's delicious.
Right. Just do it.
Exactly. And Snickers bars. I've
Gatorade and
actually been
Snickers.
brainwashed by Snickers.
I've fallen for the Snickers thing
Well,
too.
there's
I really
peanuts.
think it can save me from a psychotic episode.
There's peanuts in there. They're good.
There-
There's chocolate in there. That's good.
Yeah.
James, not only is there peanuts, it's packed with peanuts.
right.
Okay, so let's
And
not-
it was
Hey,
actually
this is a family show.
it was actually marketed as a health food for a while.
no.
Snickers was.
right.
No.
And, all the
And then
time-
they got sued by everybody because they said, "No, you're not a health bar because you have peanuts in your bar."
I knew it.
Ah.
Yeah, and we have a winner. 8:54 and 23 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, the last part of the show is brought to you by.
I get all enthusiastic about Snickers,
And now,
but I'm still betrayed by that. I am
now,
betrayed by that.
now, a word from our sponsor, United Council of Churches.
Oh, I got dinged.
We're ruined.
But where were we going? We've got.
No, I'm going into health bars because the chocolate chip protein bars are the thing I go after when I feel like I really need to be healthy. Like right after like some real binging, I just think I need to up my vitamins just so I can get up to go to work tomorrow. And so when I do that, I go to the AM PM because I'm not going to go anywhere else because it's 1 o'clock in the morning and there's nothing open but Carl's Jr. And you know that's crap.
Why don't you get a sack and put some apples or something in it? Carry them around, eat
I
some
do
apples.
not.
If you're
That way,
if
how
you're
is
not
that
hungry enough to
satisfying?
eat an apple, then you're not hungry. You're bored.
How is that satisfying, though? The thing is,
It is satisfying.
It
Eat a
is.
couple of apples.
but even more satisfying is a chocolate chip cookie that's filled with 37 grams of protein.
man, chocolate chip cookies
And
are
sugar.
good.
And
He's right, man. Cookies
It's
are
right
good.
there, and you
Especially
know
late
it's
at night.
healthy. And you know it's healthy because it's the most expensive thing in there.
It's got a peanut in it. You know.
It
Well-
probably has something that would like qualify for allergies.
okay, we'll do that. Yeah, get some peanuts. Get peanuts. Peanuts are fine. There's a
sometimes-
lot of fat in them, so you got to watch that.
You
but
need a sack with some snacks. You need a snack sack. You know what I mean? Enough of this
chocolate's
gas station
Chocolate's
nonsense.
fine.
I can't help it.
It's
They're
not
like,
a help. It's a candy bar. It's just a candy bar wrapped up for an adult. You know what I mean? They have them right next to the candy bars. It's the same guy
No.
delivers them.
no, a different section.
Those are candy bars.
with the granola in
It's
a
still
separate
a candy
section.
bar. Granola is a fancy word for nougat flakes.
It's right near the coffee. I mean, it's where the nutrition starts. Like
Where
you're in the
nutrition
morning,
starts.
coffee, and your health bar, because that's what you need when you go
a
to the
health
office.
bar that has 36 grams of sugar.
Yes,
right.
exactly. But you're going to the office, and that's what you need.
That's 7 apples.
You need some sugar, but you really do better to get your sugar from fruit. That's
but I'm
absolutely
not
true.
counting on sugar. I'm counting on protein. There's 37 grams of protein in there. I know that's good for me.
Who told you that?
I was
The Protein
told-
Council?
I was told that proteins were very good for me. It's good for muscle growth and good for like brain growth and everything like that.
Well, it's true because your brain's one huge muscle right now.
I
So
understand
kind
it's
of-
like 40% carbohydrate, 20%.
lard,
Yeah. Proteins are not 40% carbohydrate.
I didn't say lard.
30% elk lard.
20% fat. What else is left?
else?
Sugar, and then
How many gallons of gravy? How many gallons of gravy are you supposed to have per day?
Well, the
why is
thing
the USDA
here's
silent
the-
on this?
Here's the thing. You could have that many gallons of gravy or you have that much less of protein.
Are you just saying
That's
gravy's
what I'm
not
saying.
protein now?
I'm saying that gravy has fillers
it's
in it.
Please don't
mostly
write a
fat.
book.
It's mostly
Gravy
fat.
has carbohydrates in it. Protein has protein in it.
It's also
It's
has a lot of
different.
yumminess.
It does. Well, I don't know if it does or
Gravy's
not.
mostly fat.
How is a chocolate chip cookie?
So now we're throwing gravy under the bus?
We need some fat, but yeah, gravy's definitely going
we
under
don't
the
know what
bus.
we're getting with gravy.
You cook we went into this earlier.
I
okay?
know.
You spent 20 minutes arguing about this. You cook the meat, you take the crap that's in the bucket, and that's what you make the gravy with. It's
Right.
fantastic.
Right. But
Who cares what's in it?
cat gravy is what I'm thinking. Cat gravy, dog
See, I knew
gravy.
you were going to get into that.
Because
we'll have to
we
save
are
this
gonna
for
get into
another-
You mean
this.
those pet foods that make their own gravy?
No, he's talking
No, I'm
about
talking
cooking
about
a
actually,
cat.
like,
Oh,
making
right.
gravy out of it. I can't get him off of
Questionable-
this.
I don't.
You get to
I don't think we
questionable
can.
animals
I don't think
if
we
you're
can talk
talking
about that on a
gravy.
family program.
Yeah, and I just said it, so that's bad. So,
I'm just saying that. Yes.
yeah, you just said it. So
All right. Fine.
Cat
I don't want to.
Don't you say it now.
I don't want a mystery meat salad.
Nobody is
that I
suggesting
slurp
that.
up, which is what a gravy is, though.
I'm just saying you don't wrap up a candy bar and put special health bar on it. That's a candy bar, Michael.
Unless you want to make more money.
It's a well. Then now we're talking about the truth. Then now.
I mean, I respect it. Maybe I don't know.
If it's 4 ounces and it has 34 grams of sugar, that's a candy bar.
Right.
I don't care what you put in it.
That's
But-
right.
but-
I don't care if it was made by
You
Mars
can
or
shred up National Geographics and use that to stuff it. I don't care.
right.
Maybe
It's still a candy bar.
It's just a heavier candy bar. That's why
A
it's more
regular
nutritious.
candy bar doesn't have that much sugar. Is the point? Okay.
All right. So we're moving to the end of the hour here. What have we learned?
What have we learned? Like,
I learned a little bit about Bitcoin, and I also learned that Michael should not be believed when it comes to scorpion bathroom stories. He tends to add a little subtext.
true.
That's
And
what I learned.
I learned that I'm addicted to convenience.
Hmm.
Pretty much.
Ooh, I like
I am
that one.
addicted to convenience. I can't help it.
Can I
mean,
add
this
that
is-
to things I learned? Or
You can add that. Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah, I think I learned all those things too, and that I can't wait for the robot work world and all that leisure time that we're
They're
going
going
to
to
have.
kill me for abusing them. I think. I'm going to just abuse the robots,
make
and
sure
they're
you
going
earn
to
it,
hate me.
sir.
And I'm going to be the one that starts it off.
Only if the AI is that developed, and we're going to try not to. All right. Well, thank you, Dave. Yeah, Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike Coppolino.
Thank you. That was fun.
Are you appearing anywhere soon?
Oh, where am I appearing?
You're appearing here right now.
I'm appearing here right now. I'll be in LA on Wednesday, but it's not going to be an appearance. It's just going to be like research,
Oh, well, I like that.
where I just go to places
I have a
and
plug.
what? That's it.
I have a plug when he's done.
Please.
Come see Mike at the Salty Frog in OB this Monday at 9 o'clock for some fantastic karaoke.
Oh, that's true.
Salty Frog OB. That's Ocean Beach.
Yes. Yes.
Salty
There's going to be
Frog.
karaoke on Monday.
Monday at 9 p.m.
Monday at 9
Special
p.m.
showing. Mike the karaoke gene, not you, another Mike.
It's another mic. See, that's the thing.
It's
We were
Metal
like,
Mike.
Metal Mike
Well,
will be there.
I know.
Yes.
I can't wait. Well, all right. Let's see. I've got to do this thing right here where I cue up the actual music, and I'm not quite ready for that. Does anybody have anything else?
I just want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight, and to know that there's so many of you out there just fills my heart with, oh my goodness,
That's true.
words I
mean,
can't even describe.
Could we have even doubled the amount of listeners that we had?
There
like
must
previously?
be dozens and dozens of listener out there, and I really feel like God bless you for listening. You know who you are, who I'm talking to right now.
That's right.
Thank you for listening.
That's
Thank you
right.
folks.
Good point. Thank you all for. And what did you learn? Well, we'll find out.
Write us it. No.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. See you later.
Thank you. Good night.
SDS.
Hi, this is Thomas Wiseman. I'm a student here at San Diego City College, and I'm part of SDS, KSDS HD2, San Diego Student Delivered Sound.
SDS.